Okay, so a new American Story season is coming up. So I thought, why not retrace everything that I remember from the American Story franchise. I'm not going to go with the American Stories. I like those. I just don't remember every single one of them, so it will get messy. So I'm going to try to tell you just what I remember from the actual seasons. I also might not get them in right order, but I'm not going to put any, I know a lot of reviews like to put pictures to remind you what you're looking at, what you're hearing somebody say, but I don't know if I'd get in trouble for doing that, and I don't want to look up figure out how to do that, so this is just going to be a review, and also I don't want to edit it. It takes too long. And editing is fine and all when you know people are going to watch your video, but when you don't know, it's like, well, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to just tell you how I really like American Story first. So like the review, I loved it. I love American Story. I liked every season, but it took a while to get into some of the seasons. Mainly because of the same reason anything takes a while to get back into when they come back in the anthology, and it's like a whole new different characters, and you're like, it's not the same. But it's big on Doctor Who. People like it used to, well, it still is. Like, there's a new Doctor coming, people get like upset, and they don't like it, and then they find out they do, because they do a good job making the Doctor Who's be a better Doctor Who than you expected, and they're all good Doctor Who's. I'm talking about the new ones. The old ones are good too. I just I'm not able to say about them because I've watched some of them, but not all of them. I tried to, but it's a different format of a show, and it's harder to watch. It's not hard it is harder to watch because it's older and it's like not as action packed. Anyway, this isn't about Doctor Who. This is about American Horror Story. So in American Horror Story, season 1 is the haunted house kind of thing, right? It has Dylan? No. Dylan? No, that's the wrong guy. Eric? No, that's the other guy. Whoever it has, I feel like it's Eric McDermott. That's definitely not the right name. But anyway, whoever's in it, they're in it. And it's the haunted house thing where the house has all these haunted house things happening. You know, there's the scary baby guy in the basement with the like the Toy Story abomination that they made, and there's the I feel like there's a pinhead in the basement, like it was some kind of feral creature. Maybe that was the baby, but I feel like there's a feral, like pinhead like character. I don't remember everything. I haven't watched it in a long time. I don't remember much. So anyway, the first season had that with the haunted house and the whole thing with well, his name's Evan. I don't remember what his name was in the show, but where he was a ghost boy. A ghost boy. Ghost boy. I cannot say that correctly. Anyway, he was a ghost boy, and he was a guy who was he was a school shooter, or he was going to be. I think he was. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure he was, and then he killed himself in the house. So he lives in the house now as a ghost. And on Halloween, he's able to take the girl out on a date. I feel like that happens. It's something like that happens. And even if the way I'm saying it sounds like that I don't like it, I did. I liked the show. And the first season was that. So the second season, if I remember correctly, was the Insane Asylum. Or what was called Asylum. But the Asylum, it was interesting. It was I liked how it started with like an alien thing, and that didn't get really continued, but that's because that's why they were put into the asylum. Somebody was put into the asylum, I think. It's been a while since I watched it, but I remember some of it. And the asylum, I liked all the characters. I liked how they did this whole thing on the Santa Claus, a Santa Claus character, and during like a winter storm thing. And I liked everything that happened. It's been a while since I watched it. I don't really remember what else happened. And then the third one was the witches. I believe. I could be way off and skipping seasons. But the third one, I think, was with the witches. The witch one was hard for me to like at first, but just like I said earlier, like, when it's a new thing, it's like, it's not the same. But it ends up being the same. Like, it ends up being just as good for me. I enjoyed watching it. Then, who was it? That one lady who's in it, Catherine Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates was in it, which was cool. And all the other people that were in it, it was cool to see. And I liked the basic coven of them, which was called Coven, by the way. Anyway, I liked that season was good. And then the fourth season, if I remember correctly, was the circus, the freak show. That one, again, took a while to like, but I did like it. I liked the clown with the half face type thing. I feel like his name was Spalding, but that's also the guy's name on House of a Thousand Corpses. So I don't know if it is or not. But basically that guy with the half clown face, like half his jaw was gone, I think. I remember that. I could be wrong. I remember his jaw was gone. He was a serial killer. And that was a good one because I know it was good, but there was some stuff that I didn't like about it because, the freak show stuff, which is the point of it. The stuff that makes you it's not cringe isn't the right word, but the stuff that makes you like irk. Irk's not the right word, but like it gives you like the shivers or something that you don't like looking at it. So when the lady there was the Siamese person where they're connected to each other, I think, or the head. I think by the head, it creeps you out. So I didn't like that part as much, but at the same time, it was a really good series. The Lobster Boy guy and the other stuff that happened. I don't remember everything that happened, but I remember that I liked it enough that I watched the next season. In the next season, which was the 5th season, I feel like that was the apocalypse, but maybe it wasn't. Well, yeah, I think it was. I think the 5th season was the apocalypse. And the apocalypse, I like the way that it did it because it brought back some of some of your favorite characters from the previous seasons, and it connected it in a nice little universe type way. I don't know if that's the 5th season. There's a lot of seasons. I don't even know what I'm missing here. But anyway, I have that, and I liked how that was going because it kind of ended the entire series, but it didn't because they brought it back. But it basically did. And then there's the next one that you let me know if I'm putting it in the right order. I could look it up, but it takes too long to look up stuff. I'm not going to edit this, and I'm just going to put it up and say what it is. But anyway, you should look it up. If you know what the order is, please let me know. I could look it up, and I might have looked it up before you tell me because I'm curious right now, and I'm wondering, should I look it up? Because I could be way off and I'm missing something. But if I look it up now, I'm going to want to do another video and say, hey, I got it wrong, and I want to tell you that it's actually this was there, and that was there, and this was this season before that season, not the season that I was saying that was previously, and this happened in this season, not that season, and you should have saw, or I should have remembered this season instead of that season. I don't want to do that to you, because for one, it gets annoying. It's very hard to follow me in the first place. I think the best way to say it is just to continue this with the line of what I remember. So anyway, that apocalypse ended and made a full season. And I think when it came back, it was the one that was the vampire, the two-part season, which was vampires and aliens. And I could be wrong again. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, there's the hotel. See? The hotel was in there somewhere. I think that was before the apocalypse. So anyway, there's the hotel, and the hotel had stuff, and it had a very demonic, haunted feel to it, which brought you back to like the first season, which was cool. And I feel like the Asylum had some of that too. But I mean, they all have the haunted element to it because it feels like it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it has the creepy. It's the horror. They're horrors. Anyway, the next one after the apocalypse, I believe that was the two-parter one. I could be wrong. I'm still not sure. But there was the one with the basically, in order to be a good writer, you had to swallow pills that were made from vampiric blood or something like that. And it was a good movie. It was a good series of what was happening. I liked the way the vamp. I liked how they had Macaulay Culkin. It's always cool to see him and stuff. The way he, I don't know. I like seeing him in stuff. I remember watching him in Home Alone, and it's Macaulay Culkin. So anyway, and I probably said his name wrong, but I like watching it. I like seeing him on stuff. Anyway, he was in a movie called Party Boy, which I never knew I wanted to watch, and I finally watched it. It's actually pretty good. I'll review that in a bit because I just remembered it. So anyway, he was good in this, and he was good at whatever he did. Well, the character he played, and it's good. Obviously, it also had a lot of the main actors and actresses from the previous scenes, which that's honestly what makes a lot of American Horror Story episodes really, season's good is because they bring back the fan favorites and the cast. It's like a sketch show, but not. And it's like, it's a team of people and they keep together. It's different. I mean, that's how the anthologies work apparently. And that's how that one works. So anyway, with that one, there's also the one with the aliens, which the alien one was like in black and white, if I believe right, if I remember correctly, and I think it is, and if it's not, I'm wrong. But anyway, the aliens and how it has something to do with Frederick Roosevelt, FDR, yeah, I got it right, but wrong guy. Lyndon Johnson? No. Eisenhower? No. Dwight? I don't know. Well, yeah, Miss Eisenhower, Wilson, Frederick Wilson? Dwight D. Eisenhower, the person, Roosevelt, Eleanor Roosevelt was the mother, the wife, the president's wife. So it was Franklin D. Roosevelt, if I remember correctly. And so she's talking about how she created all these holidays, which I never knew that. And I don't know if it's true, but I never knew that. So it's interesting to learn. And then there was the vampire, the aliens that were there when they were coming in. They're being aliens. And the aliens didn't. They had abducted people and they were doing experiments and stuff in the alien UFO out there, and it was very interesting. And then in the world, stuff was happening. I don't remember exactly. So that one was that, and then the next season, that was like New York, right? No, L.A. It was the one that looked like it was going to be a punk thing, but it ended up being basically AIDS. The bad guy was AIDS, which is an interesting thing. I didn't like it at first, and then I ended up liking it. So it's different. And there's some things like the Leather Daddy being a bad guy, but like a figment of imagination, possibly. It's weird, but it was at the same time. I still liked it. I have no quarrel with it. Quorum? No, that's a forum. I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was good. I didn't like the one episode that was really sad and it had to do with everybody dying over time. I didn't like that where everybody's falling into a grave, but I remember it. So it did its job of getting you to remember it, but it was not I didn't like, but again, that's because if it's one of those, scarring things that you watch and you're like, it's not creepy, but it's like, I didn't want to see that. So it was, but I liked the entire thing. Like I had watched, I liked the killer, the main killer guy that, has gone on to be in other shows as serial killers, which is odd, but cool. And he's also in a comedy. But the guy, I liked him, the guy that was cutting people up, and all the people when they go into the party in the beach, everything was very interesting and cool. It's just weird that the main bad guy was AIDS on it. I mean, it wasn't specifically, but it was basically because there was that whole scene and almost episode of the AIDS killing everybody. Which again, they enlightened me into how that world was back in the 80s, and it was interesting. I keep looking at my door for some reason. I'm sorry. Anyway, well, it's there, and I kind of want to frame it for you for some reason. Anyway, so the show, so that one, even though I wasn't, like, on board with it at first, because, like I just said, it's weird. But, I mean, it's not weird to have a gay episode, or a gay season, because it's not that, it's that it's the AIDS season. That's what I found weird. But not weird, but odd. But it's not like, I don't know. I don't care. I enjoyed watching it, and it's not that important. I mean, it was important, obviously, AIDS was important, but it is important. But it's not, is my discussion of the show in that season is not important, because I don't remember a lot. But it is the more recent one, I believe, because I remember a lot of it, but not all of it, most of it, some of it, not really a lot of it, but a little bit of it. And a little bit, I really liked it. I would really like to rewatch all the American Horror Stories, and I will eventually, but anyway, I haven't. So anyway, the one after that, what season was that? Because now I'm not sure if there's any other seasons. So the aliens, vampires, that was like one season. The haunted house, obvious, one season. The Coven, the Asylum, the Circus, Freak Show, the Apocalypse, that one, the 8th season. I don't remember what it was called. It was like New York, wasn't it? What was the last one? Well, I liked in the vampire one how the vampires weren't exactly vampires. They're basically vampires, but they're different. It was very cool, weird, interesting. They're basically vampires, but they did it in a different way. And I liked how it all was. But there's another season, I don't remember. Well, anyway, there's a new season coming out soon. I don't know what season it is. I feel like it's 13, could be 14, I don't remember. I know I looked it up at one point and found out what it was, but they haven't said what it is going to be. I just found out what the season number is because when I started searching, it said what number. Anyway, as I feel like it's 13 or 14, but it might not be because I don't think I named 14 or 13 or 12 of them yet. But I know I'm missing a season. I don't know what it was. And it's probably like one of the seasons that I really like. Well, no, I didn't really like the most recent season. It was the childbirth one. It's not that I didn't like it, but it wasn't my favorite. So I liked it. In the end, I liked the whole show, the whole episode, the whole season. But I didn't love the childbirth stuff of it. I don't know. It's one of those things that I'm not saying childbirth. I mean, it is. I'm just saying I got to. When I watched that one, I didn't like it as much as the others, but I did. I got into it after a while. It's just I didn't like some of it because of the whole infertilization of the in vitro stuff. I didn't like that part. I also didn't like seeing the baby harm and stuff like that. It's one of those things, the traumatizing thing to see that I didn't enjoy watching, which is the point of a lot of horror movies, to shock you and awe you and whatever. But still, I didn't like that part. But the show ended up being just as good as the other seasons. I mean, you're not going to get a very detailed response from me about like how I like this season more than that season. I like Ryan Murphy's stuff, and I like Brad Fulchek's stuff, and I like all the American Horror Story. I also like the American Horror Stories, but I don't remember every single episode of that, so I can't really mention them. But I like the last ones I watched. They were all pretty interesting and good. They're all different horror things, which is the elements that they were trying to go after, and I like that. Anyway, the new season's coming out soon, so I hope you like this recap. I'm not sure if I did, but I tried my best to tell you that I like the show. You should watch it. American Horror Story. I like the show, and if you're a fan of American Horror Story, you're probably already like, I know it's coming, I'm going to watch it. You don't have to tell me this. But still, it was good. So, but I liked it, and I wanted to see how much I remembered, basically. I really just wanted to see how much I remembered. So I hope you like my remembering.